All right, here we go. How are you guys doing today? We're gonna go ahead and talk about Frieren, this newest episode. First of all, it was amazing. I really loved it. The anime is always gorgeous. The flow of the fights, everything about it. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start talking about the fights that happened today. We had Stark and Gnu versus the Demon Revolt, and it was a straight hands-to-hand melee combat, swords. Oh, wait, actually, no. Let me bring that back. First of all, where did is it Ganao? Where did he get these black wings from? These black wings are just insane. It starts off by him just like doing some kind of spin and cutting and doing all this crazy nonsense. I had no idea he even had. I thought he was all about like was it like a earth magic or something like that. But he had some black wings and he was flying and cutting and doing crazy stuff. It was really cool. I thought it was amazing. The other thing I really liked about their fight was how he went from like being very stoic to he wanted to save someone and that kind of cost him. It seemed like a lot of first class mages are all about like we get our job done. We're serious. No, we have no emotion. Kind of stuff like that, right? And so it was really cool to see that he actually had feelings and things like that. But unfortunately, demons played on it and they stabbed him. But he was like, "No, I'm about that life," and just sliced the other demon in half. Like it was nothing. Came back with his wings and sliced him in half. Um, and it was sick. And obviously demons they have like no emotions, and he was like, "Oh, thank you." But I think one thing that was really cool was when Ganal recognized Stark about how much of a great warrior he is, and like that slow mo scene to where after they were attacking the demon and then Ganal went and then like Starks was here and Ganal just came up, he was like, "Yes, I recognize you. You're such a great warrior, blah 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 blah. I should have doubted you." Was sick. It was super sick. It was really cool. I thought that was amazing. Um, and then there were some really cool parts that I think Stark brought in there too. Obviously, he's like very strong, very adaptable, very, resilient. He got hit and and the and Ganal thought that it was, like, over for him, right? And Stark's like, "Nah, bruh, I'm here. I'm back. Let's go. Let's keep running this." One of the cool things I saw was, when Stark threw his weapon, and it reminded me of uh, the first class mage, test where the mages ran out of mana and then was like, you know what? We're gonna throw hands then. Starks literally threw his weapon at the revolt and then ran up, jumped on some buildings, hopped on a couple windmills, was like, yo, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna start boxing you. And it was pretty sick. Um there was some really cool things where Ganao was about to give up and Stark just jump in, and then the demon revolt was like recognize Stark, like, yo, I didn't think there was another human strong enough to take a direct hit from me. It just shows that Stark's that dude. Stark is that dude, hands down, hands down. I thought that was really cool. The recognition that Stark got in this for like his strength and stuff like that. It's always been going on throughout the series about how strong he is and the potential that he has. And then it was really cool at the end, the demon thought that he had them, like, "You can't do much, you thought that me without my swords, I have nothing." And he, like, put holes in both of them, and then they're like, "Nah, you no, Uno reverse card. We got you. You think that we can't do anything." But all in all, I think they always do really good with the music. The fight scenes is very subtle, and you really see it once you move into the Fern versus the Fog Demon and the Methode ver I think it's how you say it, Methode. I'm not sure. Versus the melee combat straightforward kind of demon. Like you get this old folklore music, and then they're like their emotions are very subtle. They're kind of like looking and figuring out the weaknesses and the strength of the demon that they're going against, and the demons looking at them, seeing how they're going against. And I think that this anime does a really good job of really good scenes, but it's not like over the top. You're not like overstimulated. Instead, you're looking. You're like, okay, that was cool. Okay, that was cool. And then obviously you got Fern going against this fog demon, and Fern's all about her stealthiness, right? And so in this fog demon is like you can't be stealthy around me because I created this fog and I can tell everything that's going on, and no matter how you try to hide, I'm gonna spot you. And so Fern's just doing everything she can while still staying calm, which is like I said, these first class mages, whether it be Ganao, Fern, or Methode, like they're always very stoic. They're always just like calm, like analyze the situation. How do I get this done? What do I do? How do I get out of the situation? And it's really cool. So you got Fern is at a disadvantage. She can't do what she normally does, right? And then you got Methode. I'm gonna get it right. It's like fighting this other demon, and she's so multi-talented. She's so versatile. Like it's insane. It, I've seen spoilers on her, and I can't wait to see the anime get to that point. But they're already leading up to it, to where she can go hand to hand, or she can dodge somebody that's like a warrior class, and she can sit there and dodge them, stuff like that. Unlike Fern, where they went against the sword master one, I think Stark had to block it for her. But like Mado, she like freaking just dodges it calmly. She analyzes the situation. She realizes that like Fern can't be herself, which is cool because it's kind of like a playback to where uh, Frieren realized that the young lady who, when they were doing a test, and they had the dome over them. Like she can't be herself because the water wasn't allowed to come through the dome. So like Mathel's like, you know what? Let me cut loose a little bit. Apparently, there's some stuff about her background and the village she came from, which is really cool. And in the future, I want to do more breakdown videos on definitely on Freerun because I think they do a really good job of this anime. It's not overly super fast paced. It's a nice storytelling. It's great. So she decides, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let it loose a little bit. And while she's doing that, she's analyzing this fog, and then of course she gets rid of it. And then what happens as soon as Fern gets an opportunity to be Fern? It's over. It's over. There's nothing left. Like like I don't know. Matho just like, you know what? Let me cast a spell, get rid of this fog. The freaking fog demon. It's like, oh no, my fog's gone away. My fog's gone away. And took their eyes off of Fern for 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. Fern's gone. She's sniper. She's sniper. Sniper, no sniping. She's sniper. She's gone. You can't detect her. Even Freeman's had a hard time detecting her. Like insane. She goes up, snipes that demon. Demon's gone. Then the other demon, the one that's fighting Matho, the straightforward melee demon, like getting ready to attack her, and she just sits there, and then the beam from freaking Fern just comes down and straight face, just beam stops it. And then the other demon has to back away and look and trying to find out where Fern is. Cannot find her. And then I seen a video before and they said, or I seen a comment on it before, and they were like, she heard the other demon heard Fern cast a spell before even seeing the spell, but still could not move. All in all, amazing anime, amazing episode. I think this episode was really, really cool. It showcased the strength of all four people. And of course, you got Freeman sitting there just like, yo, it feels good to sit back and watch it from afar. She could have probably ended it so much sooner. But she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna just watch it from afar. Y'all can handle this. It's a good learning lesson. But I think this was really good. I can't wait to see how this continues. Yeah, I'm excited. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the recap, my commentary on the episode. If you guys see anything else that I should have talked about, I should have mentioned, let me know. This is my very first video. And I'll go from there. Have a nice day.